Hey, CJ, could you just kind of take us through the home run, the pitch you saw, and obviously I'm sure that when it's something like that, you know from the second it leaves the bat that's going a long way.
Yeah, just trying to put a good swing on a pitch that I thought he was going to come with. He beat me with a few sinkers in my first at bat, so I assumed he was going to kind of maybe go back to that, and he just left it a little bit down, and thankfully I put a good swing on it.
And just overall impressions of opening day and finally getting a chance to play a real opponent. And with no fans in the stand, was there still, I guess, an energy or excitement of opening day, just of being out there finally?
Yeah, it was different for sure. It seems like a little less intensity. It just, there was nothing really going on. It felt almost like a glorified spring training game. So I think it's something that we got to get used to. We got to, there's not much to feed off there. We got to kind of bring it every day. And, it was definitely an odd opening day, but anytime you can say you're in the big leagues playing an opening day, it's an honor. So hopefully we can forget about this one here and then move on.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Evan. Our next question comes from Jeff Seidel, the Detroit Free Press.
I know you've been through this for a while now with the exhibitions and the practices at Comerica Park. But what was the weirdest part about this whole deal?
Everything. It's a different game out there. I mean, nothing's the same. We can't throw the ball around. There's no gum. There's no seeds. It's just little things that you're so accustomed to that aren't there. I guess it just throws you off a little bit. But it's nothing unusual. At the same time, it's still baseball, and we still have to do a job when we're out there. And it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to. And I think the teams that can adjust the quickest are going to be the most successful. So hopefully we'll be able to figure it out and kind of just forget about all of it and just play baseball.
Are you a gum or a seeds guy?
It depends if I get a hit or not.
Are you serious?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, if I get a hit with a piece of gum in, I'm not going to take it out or anything like that.
So with that, for the homer, you're just going to go, everything's.
Yeah, I'll put more seeds in my mouth or something like that.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jeff. Our next question comes from Carlos Monterez of the Detroit Free Press.
Yeah, CJ, what's the biggest benefit of not having fans in the stadium, especially, I guess, on the road?
Not much, I don't think. I think even as a road team coming into a hostile environment, you can still feed off that. You can still when they're cheering, you kind of want to shut them up, and there's not really any of that going on. I don't see many benefits at all. I guess communication's a bit easier with pop-ups and ground balls. Other than that, I'd much rather prefer fans, but it is what it is. It's something we got to adjust to, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better going forward.
Was that catch you made in foul territory right by the stands late in the game, was that an example of that? You didn't have to worry about, fan interference or anything like that?
Yeah, I heard Grace pretty well back there. He said, you got room. I think I still kind of leaned a little bit. I had more room than I thought, but yeah, you're right. Little things like that will make a difference for sure. And it's something that I think we could use to our benefit is communicating a little bit more and being more vocal out there.
Thanks, Carlos. Our next question comes from Jason Beck from MLB.com.
Yeah, CJ, you've seen Sonny Gray for a lot of years. What did you think of his stuff tonight, and how did he compare to what you've seen over the years from him?
Yeah, he's good. He's a good pitcher. He likes to move it in and out. When he's on, like he was tonight, his ball's moving all over the place, sinking on guys, getting it in on the hands of righties, and that slider and curveball, whatever he calls it, is a really good pitch. It's a good out pitch. He can throw it for a strike also. So when he's on, it's going to be a tough day. But yeah, it's something I've seen quite a bit, and it's something I don't like facing too often.
Did it seem like he got locked in after that home run, and there was so little else after that? It seemed like he kind of, I don't know, got his concentration or just kind of hit another gear or got angry or something.
Yeah, I thought he was on pretty much all night. Honestly, we didn't have much success against him at all. So I think it's fair to say from the first pitch on, he was really good, and yeah, hopefully we just put this one behind us and come out and get Castillo tomorrow.
What was Matt dealing with there? The first 6 hitters, was he overamped, or was he just lose his mechanics temporarily? What did you guys talk about there?
I think a little bit all of it. Matt, he said, that first inning, he just was overthrowing everything, and to put it in his words, he said he's mad at himself because he didn't make the adjustments he needed and figure it out in that inning, and then it cost him some runs. So after that, I think he settled in. He didn't overthrow the ball. He spun it, used all of his pitches in and out, and I think he was probably overhamped is probably the right thing to say. And he was just misfiring just enough, and they put some runs on him, and unfortunately we couldn't do anything with Sonny.
With the offense, Sonny Gray obviously was sharp and strong. Is there anything about the at-bats you didn't like, the strikeouts?
Well, you're talking one of the better pitchers in the league, and you know you're going to have some tough at-bats against the guy, and he was filthy. He breaking ball anytime he wanted to, and you know what, he was in command out there. So, you know, we did one home run off, I think Jonesy did, and then really not much after that. We didn't do too awful much the rest of the night, whether it's first day or whatever you want to call it, but they got us, they got a lead, and they held it.
Thanks, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Chris. Our next question comes from Jason Beck from MLB.com.
Yeah, hey, Gardy, did you sense any problems with Boyd throwing the curveball or anything like that, or was it just kind of all around for him?
Well, he just didn't, and just like I said, he just didn't have a good feel, and he was trying to get a feel for it. I think he had two guys in the foot or whatever. I think it was two guys in the foot with it, or one in the butt. I don't know. He was definitely didn't have a good feel for it in the first inning, and they made him pay for it. And he settled in really nice after that. You could see that he totally relaxed. It is opening day, and you know, you knew he was going to be hyped up, and and I believe he'll tell you when you talk to him that he just didn't control it very well. He didn't handle it very well. And you know what? He'll move ahead because normally he's really good at adjusting early in the game, late in the game. He really makes good adjustments.
How important was it for you guys that he was able to give you 4 more innings after that and save the bullpen to an extent for...
Yeah, and we had to go through a few bullpen guys, but we got a ton of them out there. But you know what? It's what Matty does. He just keeps working and keeps grinding, and you know, he was up, I don't know, 80 pitches or something like that, and he could have went to 90. He's worked so hard to get there. So, but you know what? He's not happy with it. He'll tell you he's not happy with it tonight. But we didn't pick him up either. We didn't score too many runs, and like I said, that's because of their pitchers threw the ball really well today.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jason. Our next question comes from Cody Stavenhagen of The Athletic.
Hi, Ron. Overall, just what was this game like for you? How normal or abnormal did it feel?
Well, like I said, without, you know, fans in the stands, it's definitely different. There's no doubt about that part of it. It felt good. The game felt good as we were going along. The intensity level normally ramps up when you got the fans cheering and all those things in big situations, and you just don't have that. So these guys really got to dig down, and you know, and it's not easy to do when you got a pitcher out there, you know, throwing the ball like Sonny Gray did today. So he made it tough on us. We put some good battles on him, but you know, he won a lot of battles today.